Howdy folks, it's DIECASTS Buffet here again, and it's time for NASCAR Authentics Wave 2 of 2019 review. So, as of this recording, it's like 1 a.m. the day after this wave was revealed, which was Wednesday, so Thursday, early morning, if you will. It's time to do, kind of a quick review, so to speak, but it's not quick at the same time. Let's get into it. So, this is our first true 2019 wave as we actually get some 2019 cars. So of course the Kyle Larson, I think it's Credit 1 car, you can get that one already from Lionel. So that was the first true 2019 car, but now we're getting Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, William Byron. We're getting a lot of cool, really interesting but not spectacular 2019 cars, I think. But there's also a crap load of 2018s, but there's some good ones though. There are some good ones that a lot of people I think are going to really like. Let's get into it. So starting off, we're going to go ahead and tackle the 2019 cars. So number 1, we're going to go with Austin Dillon's. Number 3, Dow Chemical Chevrolet. This one, honestly, it's kind of up in the air to some people. I don't think a lot of people are going to like it. I do think some people. Personally, I love it. I think it's a really good looking paint scheme, and it's so much better than last year's paint scheme. The faded kind of black and red and white, it just did not go well. I did not like it as soon as they revealed the 2018 model. The 2019 model, so much better and a huge improvement from RCR. Next up, we have Chase Elliott's. It's literally his primary paint scheme. I mean, you cannot get any more early wave than that. It's just a straight up almost copy and paste, but it does look like it's not going to have the glitter that the Chase Elliott cars from last year were ruined with. So that's a huge plus if you're a Chase fan. So look forward to that. William Byron, this one's going to be a really cool paint scheme. I think you get a Liberty University 2019 Chevrolet Camaro. And this one has the new number color change. So in 2018, what was this number? It was red numbers for his Liberty scheme. Well, in 2019, they're going to go to the white numbers. Now they ran the white 24 Liberty scheme at I think the Coke 600, and they made a die cast of that. But this one is a whole lot better in my opinion because they're going to run, I think, all of his Liberty schemes with the white numbers, which look much better. So that's a huge improvement, I think, from Hendrick Motorsports, who has been pretty bad in the paint scheme department. Jimmy Johnson. Moving forward, we also got Alex Bowman's Exalta Camaro. This thing looks, I mean, I'm looking at my case here, right? Tell you what, I'm looking at this car right here, and I mean, it's practically identical to it. It's literally practically identical, so that's pretty much how I feel about that car. So that is all the 2019 model cars. Now let's get into the 2018 one. So first off, we're going to get rid of the Xfinity cars first. So we have 2 Xfinity cars in this wave. We have the number 98 Hunt Brothers Pizza Ford Mustang driven by Kevin Harvick. This car, it's a throwback, but I'm just not a big fan of Xfinity cars. Of course, I have a bunch of Busch Series and a few, actually, no, I don't own any Xfinity or Nationwide cars, I don't believe. I think all my cars are actually all Busch Series. That's interesting. But yeah, I personally don't like to collect them because, I feel like they only release, 5 of them a year. So it's like if you buy one, you're going to have, the same 7 car from every year, and you're gonna have the same 22 car from every year. They don't release the whole field, so I just don't see a point in collecting them. Now trucks I could understand, but Xfinity, they don't make enough of them in my opinion. They only make the top ones and that's it. So you have the Kevin Harvick throwback. Then you have the Denny Hamlin Xfinity throwback. I forget who won that race. I don't know. I forget. I don't even think I didn't get to watch that race at all. I don't think, but I remember there was a lot of hoopla between Chastain and Kevin Harvick, but I don't even know who won the race. I don't know if it was Hamlin or not. But you got the Hamlin throwback. I'm not digging the numbers. Just nah. I know it's supposed to be old-fashioned retro, but I've seen so many better retro fonts than that. Just not digging it. Not digging it at all. And then we have Austin Dillon's Darlington Throwback American Ethanol Chevrolet. And this one is, I've seen Race Day 2011 review this thing. Let me tell you, this diecast is stunning, folks. It's stunning. You have the retro, you know, kind of bright orange, you know, kind of feel to it. It's Dale Earnhardt's throwback, I think from what, 97, I believe. And there's a whole lot of history on this car. If you don't know the history of it, look it up, and it really is the birth of the actual diecast market for NASCAR, and it was because of this paint scheme, the way they market it, because back then they didn't run a whole lot of different paint schemes. Dale Earnhardt realized that the more paint schemes you run, the more merchandise people will buy, because if you have a hat with one sponsor on it, they're going to want a hat with another sponsor on it, but more specifically die-casts. And I don't believe the die-cast market would be what it is without Dale Earnhardt kind of kicking it off, so to speak. I think it would have came along eventually, but I don't think it would have started the way it did if it wasn't for a little bit of, you know, insight of how the future might happen. Now, more 2018 cars, and I think personally these are probably the best. I think these are the best 2018 cars we could probably ask for. Because we're going to be getting a really cool duo that I think a lot of people are going to be looking for. So not only are we getting Kyle Busch's Chicagoland race win diecast, the patriotic one, you know, we're getting that one from Chicagoland, but we're also going to get the car that finished second, Kyle Larson, in that thrilling slide job finish at Chicago last July. We're getting both of those diecasts in the same wave. Absolutely awesome that I think a lot of fans wanted, and I think Lionel realizes that, hey, there's a great opportunity to include both of these in the set, because if you're going to buy the Kyle Busch car, you're more likely going to buy the Kyle Larson one as well, and vice versa because of the finish. I think it's a great idea, and it'll probably sell pretty well, I think. And last but not least, the Kyle Larson Color Chrome Credit 1 car. Absolutely a pretty cool looking car, you know. But the color finish, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of the color chromes personally. I mean, they're really rare, but I don't know. I personally, if I see one, I would buy it, but I would probably trade it for some other cars instead, because that's just me. So that is all the cars from Wave 2 in 2019. My whole viewing of this whole wave, so to speak. Honestly, I think it's a solid wave. I don't think it's a great one. I don't think it's a super good one, but it's an alright one. You know, I still don't want 2018 cars. I want, you know, I want 2019 cars. That's what I'm wanting. That's what I'm saving for. That's what I'm looking for. I understand, you know, they can't produce any Fords really or Supras because of the new molds, and in trucks, I mean, that's another thing, is like we're really close to the next the trucks announcement. I mean, more likely than not, we're gonna get, I'd probably say we would get Wave 3 announced either early March or mid-March. I think around there is when we'll probably get Wave 3 announced. I don't think we're gonna get one in February. I would not be surprised if they did a Daytona wave. I don't know. Will they? I don't know. If they do, it's going to be impulse. It's going to be very out of the bloom, I think, if they do. But it would be really cool if they did, because I would love it. You know, it's a great way to get, you know, primary paint schemes out to the market so the fans can buy it. It's a great marketing, you know, promotion, because everyone's excited for the Daytona 500. If I'm going to sell Indy cars, diecasts, I'm going to put an Indianapolis 500 logo on it, because it attracts people to it, you know? Your diecast sales are going to be at its peak during the Indianapolis 500, because that's when everyone watches it. Well, your diecast sales, in my opinion, at the racetrack or kind of all over the place, is going to be at its peak at Daytona, because there's so much excitement and build up. IndyCar's Super Bowl is, you know, in May. NASCAR Super Bowl is the first points paying race of the year, and there's a huge amount of build up to it. I mean, as soon as they drop the checkered flag at Homestead, I'm already counting down the days to the Daytona 500. That's how I am because I'm a die-hard NASCAR fan, and I know there's a lot of people out there. Larry McReynolds is the same way. So overall, what cars would I be getting? What cars I want? Personally, I really want to get Austin Dillon's car. I will get Chase Elliott's car too because I have to have Chase Elliott's gear. I can't help it. Huge fan of the guy. I'm probably going to skip on Alex Bowman's. I'm probably going to skip on the Xfinity cars. I really want that William Byron car. I don't know why, but I want it, you know? I really want that William Byron car, so I definitely will be trying to pick that one up. So, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, and then William Byron. Part of me really wants to get the Chicagoland slide job set. Personally, I'm probably not. Even though I love the Kyle Larson paint scheme a tremendous amount, I need to get 2019 models for the NASCAR Duralast Cup Series. Plus, I kind of want to stop getting 2018 models so I can focus on 2019. Believe it or not, there's still some 2018 models I still want, but they're not available yet. they're going to make them, but they're dragging it out because it's some of the hottest paint schemes or die-casts in general that released in was raced in 2018. So I'm probably going to skip on the Larson. Also doing a throwback one, I like 2019 die-cast more. Not paint scheme, but just die-cast. I'd rather buy that one than the throwback because it is a 2019 die-cast. And that's kind of what I'm going, so I'll pick up a couple, you know, from it. Maybe 4. So, I mean, that's more than a couple, but you get the point. I very much look forward to it. I still haven't found Wave 1. I have not, which is very disappointing because I am waiting for it like crazy. Wave 1's going to drop some point, but it's just it's a bummer because there's no 2019 diecast in it. It's just 18 models. I'm ecstatic for a 2019 model at this point. Anywho, let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think of Wave 2? Any good? Is it crap? I've heard a lot of kind of like in between opinions on it. A lot of people saying it's really stale, really boring. I can understand that perspective, but I am grateful that we are getting some new cars, something that hasn't been ran yet. Even though the Hendrick paint schemes are almost exactly the same, except for Byron's, but you get the point. So let me know what y'all think below in the comments section. Give this video a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button if you want to see more content from Diecast with Faith. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you have a great one, and Diecast with Faith, signing off.